Hey there, folks. To everyone in the U.S., happy Thanksgiving. To everyone else, happy Wednesday. We are here to talk about Week 12 ranks in season-long fantasy. Only a couple of weeks left in your fantasy regular season. Let's hopefully go out and get a win this weekend. And hello there. I'm Chris, and I am the possum captain. Are you getting that? Thanks for being here. We're going to show you my initial Week 12 ranks on a scroll throughout this show. As always, please, throughout the course of the week, don't rely just on this video for the actual ranks. Go to harrisfootball.com. I will, in fact, update quite frequently, even over the Thanksgiving holiday. I will have lots of ranks updates for you, and we're going to start, kind of use this as an excuse to watch film, right? We're going to talk about ranks, but we'll talk about why we have players ranked where we have them and what do we like about them and what we don't like about them. And it is a mixed bag with Saints quarterback Taysom Hill. Let's take a look at his start in Atlanta. It certainly was not all bad. It also wasn't all good. I think he's a viable starter this week. So I have Hill ranked 12th among quarterbacks for Week 12. It feels like a little bit of a sucker play, overreacting to his 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing yardage total that was probably inflated, as we'll show you here in a little bit. Plus, as Tua Tagovailoa just found out, the Denver pass rush is not a joke. Still, I'm going to be fair about what Hill did on Sunday against Atlanta. First offensive snap for the Saints. What does Sean Payton do? He rolls Taysom Hill out. Uncomplicate things. You only have to pay attention to half the field. It helps the Falcons play that cover 3 zone, and you know that short passes on the perimeter will be available. The truth is, though, we didn't see a ton of that, and we didn't see a ton of this either. Screen passes. It wasn't really like a college game plan for Taysom Hill. Now, the Falcons did make it too easy on him, but I'm going to be honest, it was not all rollouts and screens, and I was surprised by that. So the reason Michael Thomas was able to have a nice day was plays like this. I love that Hill stands in and takes a hit to make an accurate throw, but this can be what's kind of annoying about a defense that kind of does what it does, like Falcons play that cover 3, and this is a very defined look for Taysom Hill. Pre-snap, at the snap, Hill knows there's nothing fancy on his left side with Michael Thomas. All Thomas has to do is win the inside against a DB whose job it is not to let him get to the outside. It kind of is easy money, and it's definitely an easy read. But we'll show you a couple of times when Hill doesn't process the information fast enough. On this one, it's a completion to Michael Thomas for 20 yards, but I'll argue if we go back and look at it from the press box angle, I don't think he is processing the information correctly. Pre-snap, it's another cover 3 look, but it's one of the times when the Falcons pull out of it. It's a 2nd and long, and you'll see it turns into kind of a cover 2 with like a lurk technique. A safety in the middle of the field. Pretty obvious Hill still thinks he's got another easy underneath shot, and he doesn't see Ricardo Allen there, who jumps the route. And all credit, the ball gets there, but it's playing with fire, right? When you can see, if we just take a little wide-angle shot, Latavius Murray is standing like 15 yards open in the flat. He's the right read here. There were really only 2 deep throws on Sunday, and this one I don't dislike the read at all. You have Emmanuel Sanders streaking behind the defense. It's just a disastrously bad throw. Such a bad throw that Sanders is actually able to like check his watch and come back for it and catch it. Bonkers that a wounded duck like this wasn't picked off and there wasn't a hit or anything. He just is a terrible throw. And here was the other deep shot. Once again, he's got Sanders open behind the defense, but he can't get it there. I don't think it's like arm strength. I think it's deep accuracy. This is underthrown badly, and Sanders makes the catch anyway, and he scores, but it's called back by penalty. It was not a great performance on deep balls. So I'm picking on him a little bit. We're going to build him back up in a second. On this one, my point is, first of all, the under route is wide open, and like Pat Mahomes would get the ball out and hit it. Someone with great mobility like Lamar Jackson or Deshaun Watson, even Tua, did exactly this on a play last week. They would be able to see the free rusher coming at them and make them miss. And my point here is really not to trash Taysom Hill. It's just to sort of characterize what his mobility is. He's got great fantasy appeal based on his mobility. He's just not quick. he's strong. He's not a quick twitch player. He's not going to make someone miss in the backfield. Like his running chops come from his size. But this is a 10 out of 10 play by Taysom Hill. Let's turn it around. This was his best play. It's a gain of 29 yards to Thomas that will take a second to break it down. What do we always say about the best route against cover 3? It's the deep over. It's hard for 3 deep to account for Thomas coming all the way across the formation, all the way across the field. But it takes time, and you can see Hill does his best to give Thomas the time before letting it go, standing in, proving his toughness, getting hit, and also the smarts to know that the defense he's looking at is going to let him get away with a little bit of loft on that throw. There's not going to be anybody defensively over there. It's an absolutely terrific play by Taysom Hill. Okay, so obviously I've picked on some of the stuff that Hill didn't do perfectly, but the reason we're thinking about him for fantasy is the running, of course. All we need is for him to be good enough running the offense as a thrower to make the running of the running, make his running be near the goal line, really. And I think week 1 of this experiment proved that Hill is not Tim Tebow. He can run a big league offense that isn't relying only on sprint outs and screens and quarterback keeps. It's not a great matchup this week, but I really can see using Taysom Hill in Denver. I'll get to more ranks talk in just a second. I want to thank our sponsor. Could not do it without the sponsors. We're sponsored today by DraftKings, and if you haven't played in our contest, we talk about it with Dave Hewitt every single week on the show, on this channel. It's a great contest, $5. DraftKings doesn't take a rake, and we're going to have that contest again on Sunday this week. So we've put the link right where you can find it down below. Every week, DraftKings does put on a private contest, especially for our viewers on this channel and also podcast listeners. Like I said, $5. They take no money. All the dough goes back to the winners. It's about 1,000 people. And if you've heard me and Dave Hewitt talk about it and thought, yeah, my season-long team's in the crapper, I should try this, you really should. Go get the DraftKings app or go to DraftKings.com. Use the code HarrisTube. You have to make a $5 minimum deposit, and they'll give you a free extra contest when you register if you use that promo code HarrisTube. And then click the link that we're showing you here. That link is the only way to find our contest. 1 entry per person, so you're not going up against some syndicate with 100 entries. It's really fun. Come on and play on Sunday this week over at DraftKings. Okay, and so for the rest of today's show, and it's our last show of this week before Thanksgiving, I thought, I can't help myself, I just marked down a bunch of plays that I really liked when I watched all the film this weekend, and we're just going to show you some of them. Some of my favorite players, and also just some awesome catches. So it's terrible that Joe Burrow got hurt. Justin Herbert is now going to be the Rookie of the Year. I just want to show you this play from Sunday against the Jets. So many good things on this play. I don't know where to start almost. He feels pressure because his line isn't great, and he rolls away from it, but keeps his eyes downfield. He thinks maybe he can get outside and hit Keenan Allen on the corner route because there's like a moment there where it seems like that will be open. But the cornerback for the Jets does a good job sticking with the receiver even as the quarterback scrambles. He doesn't leave him. So you know what Herbert does? Watch when his arm goes back to throw the ball. Keenan Allen hasn't even stopped his route yet. It's an unspoken thing between Allen and Herbert, already understands it. If the corner route is covered, I'm going to break this thing off. And Herbert whips the ball before that's even happened. That's the kind of play a veteran needs like 5 years in the league to figure out. Justin Herbert, QB5 against the Bills this week. Am I going to show you more Nick Chubb plays? You're darn right I am, because he might be the best running back in the league. So Chubb is supposed to follow number 75 there, Joel Bitonio, but it's plugged. And okay, it's plugged and he doesn't see the opening to his left right away. He pitter-patters his feet to stop. But the man's 230 pounds. Cut him some slack. He gets to that unexpected hole there to his left. Unfortunately, number 42, Kayvon Wallace, is standing there. And that's when the magic happens. Come on! You're too big to be able to do that. Complete sidestep. When every other power back in the league gets hit there. And then keep going and drag another guy 5 yards. And then to top it all off, producer Dave Piper, big Browns fan, can't get enough of this stuff. Cut back, throw a guy off, accelerate so the next guy can't catch you. Just a ridiculous human being. Nick Chubb is great. I do not apologize for showing you more film of him. RB3 this week. Speaking of guys we've shown to you lately on the channel, I don't care. I don't know if you saw it. We're just going to show you awesome catches from here on out. CeeDee Lamb's touchdown Sunday out of the slot. It's a bad throw by Andy Dalton. It's a simple outbreaking route. It's open, dude. Just throw it where you're supposed to throw it, and Dalton stinks, so he lofts it too far. And watch CeeDee Lamb adjust to the ball. This is not normal. This kid's going to be a superstar. Same game, other team, a different rookie receiver, Justin Jefferson. This is not as visually arresting as Lamb's catch, but probably at least as difficult. An over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch on the dead run, if Willie Mays also had to worry about keeping his feet in bounds. Another kid who's really, really good. I think I like Lamb better. I like Jefferson a lot. Yeah, I don't know. It's Thanksgiving. I guess I'm just admiring some of my favorites. Let's freeze it at the start and see Deontay Johnson split all the way wide left. I think we're going to, at the snap, we're going to watch two things. First of all, a single high look will turn into something sort of too deepish from the Jacksonville defense because that safety on Deontay's side starts sprinting deep that way. That's important. And then also just at the snap, watch the little hop that Johnson gives, number 37, Trey Herndon. Just pure blow-by on the outside. But with that deep safety, Johnson reads it, just like Ben Roethlisberger reads it. He cuts the route off, he curls inside, and then ho-hum, you've done everything else right, an amazing diving catch. It's every week with this guy. 2 plays later, same matchup, top of your screen. And now look, it is a pure man matchup. And no safety help. And I'm going to tell you, Roethlisberger throws it to Johnson 10 times out of 10 in a case where he is single covered. And Herndon does a good job. He figures out its back shoulder. He stops. He gets his hand in there. It's not a very good throw, and it gets tipped up in the air, and Johnson just catches it anyway. I don't want to say it, but it's getting to that point. He looks like prime Antonio Brown. He's a great player. And then, you know, the Bengals are in mourning with the Burrow injury. I mean, you know, I only have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd in the mid-30s among receivers with Brandon Allen starting at quarterback this week. I wanted to show you why it's not hopeless. This is Tyler Boyd. It's when Burrow was still in Sunday's game. Well, I mean, what else can you say? You know, that is a great catch. The Bengals have a pair of receivers to build around, even if it's doubtful they can keep up production like they did when Burrow was at the helm. And that is it. I thank you very much and very thankful for all of you for watching the channel all season. Of course, we're going to continue on all the way to your fantasy playoffs and deep into December because all of your teams are certainly going to go on deep fantasy playoff runs. Remember, the ranks we showed you today are preliminary. Please go to harrisfootball.com. You'll find my ranks as they are updated. And also come play DraftKings. We'd love to have you. We're trying to fill that room. We usually do most weekends. It's like $5 to play. It's very fun. You win a little bit of money, eventually maybe win a Skype session with me. We thank DraftKings for sponsoring. And mostly, we're very thankful for you. If you're in the U.S., have a wonderful holiday. If you're elsewhere, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button, and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.